My name is Tim Cartmell. I am the City Councillor for Ward pihêsiwin. I would say that the positive impact that the library has had on my life was, allowing me as a younger person to spend my time in a learning environment, spend my time in a learning and inquisitive and in an answer-seeking way. A quote always resonates with me that, we each get to live our one life, but if you read, and particularly if you read fiction, you get to live 1,000 lives through your lifetime. And the early reading that I did, those mystery books, those novels, those sort of investigative and logical thought sort of things, I think that set me on a course for the work I've done in my whole life. I'm an engineer, I'm a problem solver. When you're seeking the solutions, it's not unlike seeking the answer to a question. Later in life, this is a bit of a gathering place. That is the gift that the library brings to the community. It is that hub, that focal point, and the community builds off of that, and you can see it happen. I saw it happen in this branch, in this community, as my family grew up here. And I see it now in the communities I represent farther south, that the first thing in is the library. It's immediately overwhelmed because, people are just starving for that opportunity to get together. It's so vital to have that space in a community.